even though we live in Miami, I still like to focus on like pieces like coats and jackets and all of that, and boots. Like, I think that's really important. So even though we live in Miami, we should also have that in our closets, especially for any trips that we take if we might go to New York or anywhere that's colder. And since I'm going to be moving up to New York in January, my dad actually had gotten me a coat from Zara, and that's the one that I wore in the shoot. And it's actually a perfect coat for the winter. I love the colors. So I decided to focus my shoot on the jacket, and that was basically my point for the shoot, to emphasize on what you could do with coats and how to dress them up too, because I think that once you have a coat, you might want to like repetitively wear the same shoes with it, the same leggings with it, but just know that you can always switch it up a bit. I usually do 2 outfits for a shoot. So, and then I basically have a range of like 200 to 300 pictures, a lot, just because I do different poses, I play around with the clothing, my face changes a lot, my hair, it's like everything has a play in it. So, and when I choose the pictures, I also make sure that I choose them so that I can edit them, not through Photoshop like my face or how I look. Edit them in ways that like I want, like when I add stripes to the pictures, or I add different shapes in them, or I just like to add different filters maybe. So that's what I choose it down, and it always comes down to maybe about 5 or 6 from the 300. Each blog post takes about 2 to 5 hours. It just depends what I'm blogging. If I'm blogging about the shoot I took, it definitely takes 5 hours, because I go through every picture and I just keep like bringing it down to exactly the pictures that I want. Then I edit, and then I see what I want to write about them. So that's definitely like 5 hours. If I do a post on something that I like for example a new collection at H&M, or if I'm trying to do like a favorite of the week post, that takes 1 to 2 hours. If it's a picture that's already on the internet and I can post it on my blog and give that picture credit, that's very fast. If I have to edit it and make it my own, make a layout and a design, 2 hours roughly, yeah. A whole blog post, when it's also shooting for the pictures and setting up and all of that, it takes a good like 7 or 8 hours, because usually the shoot would last maybe 1 to 2 hours, changing in between, changing up the style, and then preparing for it in the beginning, and then actually blogging it for 5 hours, like around that time. This process is not only fun for me, it's everything for me. I love it. The only problem I have is usually, I mean obviously I'm in school, so school for me has to come first before these blog posts. So sometimes like there'd be a week or maybe 2 weeks when I post absolutely nothing, and I get like withdrawals and an anxiety attack, because I know I need to post and I want to so badly. So I always love breaks or like long weekends, because that's when I post and I get so excited and I live for it. Like, I'd rather be working 8 hours on my blog post, maybe even 10, than obviously writing like a position paper on the environment.